Hey kids, it's me, Uncle Hammy. Today I'm in San Diego. Man, did I pick a bad day to film this video. Your eyes are not gonna like the color palette on this footage. But you know what? If you take 5 Vicodins like I just did, every day's a sunny day. Anyway, I am here to test this, the Landmoto District. This is a legit 72-volt electric motorcycle that could be good enough to possibly compete against the likes of a Ninja 250. But my favorite part about Landmoto is that it is American. It is built here in America by Americans. Americans with tattoos and probably some good drinking stories. I've also spoken to the owner of Landmoto. His name is Scott, and he's a legit rider, a legit moto dude. And he assures me that nothing else rides like this. And I can tell you, after having a short journey getting to this location, it's really something special. This video is just going to be a quick test ride demonstrating this bike. We'll be doing a full review a little bit further down the road. So yeah, let's talk about the specs.
This version of the District has the 1.8 kilowatt battery, which will give you a range of around 20 to 40 miles, depending on how you ride. You can upgrade to the 3.6 or 5.5 kilowatt if you want a more range, and you certainly will. The motor is a 17 kilowatt brushless unit that produces roughly 260 foot-pounds of torque. Yes, this thing is very powerful, and the sensation of its power is something very special. It feels like a Tesla. The suspension is very high quality as well. You get a Fox Racing rear shock as well as custom built forks, which deliver a high quality ride as well as fantastic feel. The bike weighs around 200 pounds depending on the battery you choose. And finally, you get 24mm Magura HSQ brakes, which are a great fit for a bike of this weight. There are more specs in the description if you want to understand this bike further. Alright, to the test ride.
Alright then, let's hop on this thing. Take it for a spin here, huh? Pretty simple bike. Makes a little noise when the kickstand goes up. Diddle-oo. Diddle-oo. I like that. That's cool. That's quirky. Very simple bike. You only have 4 riding modes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, we're going to leave it in 4 because that's how we roll on Hammy Moto. Let's do it dangerously. No mirrors, no indicators, no skill. The Hammy Moto way. First thing you notice when you sit on this bike is that while it is quite small, it doesn't feel small when you get on it. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", and the seat height and handlebar position, very good size for me. When I first saw this and walked up to it, I'm like, man, this thing is tiny. This is like, obviously bigger than a Grom, but maybe like I don't know, it's kind of its own thing. Roughly the same size as, say, like a Suron. Obviously it's more robust, bigger suspension, motorcycle brakes. This thing weighs about 200 pounds, so it is heavier than, say, the Suron or the Raw Mantis. These plastics here are all 3D printed, and of course the frame is all handmade and hand put together. Beautiful machine, kind of looks like a Ducati Monster. $55. Whew. Yeah, this thing is quick, dude. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I drove a Tesla. I did a review on a Tesla a couple of years ago, which nobody watched, including you. You should go watch it, sir. The power delivery in this feels a lot like a Tesla. It's just an overwhelming amount of force, like God's hand is pushing you forward. Fantastic feeling bike. I can tell you, riding on the road, this feels more like a motorcycle than any e-bike I've ridden so far. Up front feels tight, no nervous. I get no indication that this thing could get a head shake. Riding position on this bike feels quite sporty, and yeah, this is a responsive light bike. This is awesome. I'd love to hit some turns in this thing. It's also very comfortable. I don't feel too much pressure on my wrists. My legs aren't getting, my knees aren't getting all bundled up. They really thought this bike through. I'm seriously impressed. Oh yeah, this takes me back. I did ride another electric motorcycle that felt similar to this, which is called the Livewire. I rode that at the Electrify Expo last year. Now that thing was incredible, but man, the price was like $20,000. And after I rode it, I'm like, who the hell is gonna buy this? Now the Landmoto District is gonna cost around $8,000. You have the ordinary District and the District Scrambler. And $8,000 for a bike that feels like this and is as capable as this is pretty fair. And within time, these e-bike prices are gonna come down once the, you know, cost of materials goes down. But with hyperinflation going on and the imminent invasion of China and Russia, who knows what's gonna happen. Maybe this might be the last happy month of my life. Well, our lives in general. I don't know if you're happy or not. I am, because I'm riding the Landmoto District. It's a happy motorcycle. This is absolutely how an e-bike should feel. This particular bike I'm riding only has one battery, so I'm probably gonna get maybe 20 miles of range, but usually they come with two that you can swap out once one gets drained. The downside to these electric bikes, of course, is that you can't just go to a gas station and fill them up. Obviously not. You have to go home and charge them. And when you're out riding, once you get to like 30, 40%, it's like, all right, I better start heading home before I just have a big old paperweight between my legs. You gotta call your one friend who has a pickup truck. You haven't talked to him in a while. It's like, hey man, how's it been? Sorry I didn't return your text months ago. You mind if you help me out? Who am I kidding? I have no friends, let alone with a pickup truck. So I'm at about 55% battery. I am starting to feel the power become a little less enthusiastic. It's kind of like me with drinking these days. I just can't go the distance like I used to. I dig this pickup truck, man. Still hiding in the bushes like a pervert. Alright then, I'm at 10% battery. I gotta wrap this video up. Thank you all so much for watching. This thing is amazing. I cannot wait to have it for a couple days and do a full-on review on it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all next time.